Hey everyone, Howie Fisher from Fisher's Flies. Thanks for checking in. Today I'm tying up a request from a YouTube subscriber for a micro ant. So this is a miniature sized ant and a size 22 dry fly hook. To get started in the vise, I'm using an Ahrex Freshwater 507 in size 22. This is one of their dry fly hooks. For the thread, I'm using SemperFli Nano Silk in 30 denier or 18/0 in black. And because this thread is so thin, you can go ahead and get started with it directly behind the hook eye. If you want, leave a thread or two length, but you're not going to build up really any bulk with this thread because it's so thin. Then I'm going to snip my tag off with my Renomed Stinger scissors, sharpest scissors on the market. If you've never tried them, I highly recommend it. They cut through nano silk perfectly. So I'm going to bring my thread back to about the hook bend here, and I'm going to grab my first material, which is hollow dubbing in black. This is a product from Upavon fly fishing. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of dubbing. You don't want it to be too thick here because this is a small fly. I'm going to make about a 2-inch dubbing noodle, and I'm just going to build up this back abdomen section. And you just want to make sure that this is a nice bulbous little section. Typically, the back section on an ant is a little bit longer on that back section. So I'm then going to bring my thread up to about the 1/3 portion of the hook. And I'm going to grab my wing material, which here is ultra dry yarn in white. This is a new Fulling Mill product, pre-treated with floatant and also hollow fibers. So will help this little fly to float. I'm going to grab about a 1-inch section, and I'm going to split that in half, and then I'm going to split that half in half again. So I'm quartering a single section. Really don't need a whole lot on this little fly. I'm then going to take that quartered section and fold it over my thread to secure it to the hook shank. I'm then going to bring these sections back at an angle to, again, try and get these to splay outward to look like wings on a flying ant. This section is optional. I would recommend having a little bit of both of these in your fly box, so some with wings and some without wings. I'm going to go ahead and add a tiny bit more of this black dubbing to start to create the thorax. And I'm not going to add the full amount just yet because I'm going to add my leg material here, which is Flexi-Floss Micro in black. This is also a Fulling Mill material. I'm going to go ahead and cut off a 1-inch, 1.5-inch section. That's really all you need here. Give yourself enough to work with, but you can always come in later and adjust the section. Again, this portion is also technically necessary, but I think legs on a fly like this add a little bit of uniqueness and, in my opinion, attention-seeking materials. So I'm going to go ahead and add some more of this black dubbing, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the fly now, essentially. So I added that little piece of dubbing first to help splay those back legs out so they're not just folded or laying flat against the body, but so they actually stick out a little bit. And then I'm going to take a wrap or two in front of those legs again to make those front legs splay outward. I'm then going to go ahead and whip finish and snip my thread free. I'm going to go ahead and break this loop that I created. And then using the new Renomed tweezers, these are the FT1. These are for precision stuff like this. I'm going to go ahead and readjust these legs, make sure they're all in the right section. These are super nice for a section like this because these leg sections are almost small enough / slightly small enough to really make it obnoxious to try and get in there with my fingers to cut those. I'm then going to use my Stinger scissors again to come in and snip my legs to length. Really don't need them super long on this little fly. I'm then going to lastly come in and cut my wing material here. And there you have it. This is a mini ant. So hope you enjoy. Tie them up, fish them. Let me know what you think. Thanks for checking in.